Hi everyone, welcome to the stream. We're playing Chivalry because I wanted to play Monster Hunter since they announced the new Monster Hunter is coming out. Unfortunately, it's taking forever to download, so we're gonna do that next week. So we're back to Chivalry this week. Kevin's here.
Yes, I'm here to be a chivalrous,
A Chivalry boy.
yeah, a chivalry boy, dude.
A
I was gonna say knight, but I was like, this is not the Middle Ages.
Well, no, they're knights. Like,
Yeah, actually, they are knights, right?
Like,
But that's
that's
more
my
of a
knight.
British thing, right?
well, it's fantasy. It's like Fantasylandia or what the fuck ever, you know?
No, but there are actual knights still in.
In this world,
Today's
yeah.
time.
Well,
Yeah,
there are knights
because
in today, yeah, but they're not like they don't have to go to war or anything. It's mainly just a title. It's just if you do something cool, they're like, "Hey, you're a knight now." Join the filthy peasants as they square off in evolving rounds of last team. Should we be peasants, Kevin?
Yes,
Hell yeah, dude.
that is the only way we're gonna function.
Let me just make sure my controller's set up. Sometimes with these games, it's just like, hey, controllers. Since when? Since when for who?
You know, recently I have been playing.
Yeah?
What is it called? Not playing, sorry. I've been watching the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged series by Lil Karibo.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a classic.
Yeah, I've been enjoying it, catching up with it again.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, okay. For some reason, my game controller is like, hey, yeah.
Very,
Yep, that
very
was the end of that sentence.
nice,
Thank you.
it's nice.
Alright, I might have to start DS4 tool, actually. Do I play this game with controller? I have forgotten.
Last peasant standing.
Ooh.
I can't really help you with that either, cause like.
Anyway, Kevin, oh, my controller's working. Hell yeah, cool. I think I do play this with a controller, yeah. So, you've been watching, what did you say?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged.
Oh, where are you at?
Hmm.
Which season of Yu-Gi-Oh?
Oh. So for some reason, when you said
My
where
math
you
has a
at,
pig.
no, when you were saying that, I honestly thought you were making a pun with Yu-Gi-Oh! Like where you're at, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or something.
It's time to discuss Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged.
I've caught up, so now it's like it's that final filler arc before the final.
Oh yeah, it's the last
arc.
time Joey ever duels.
The last time Joey ever wins.
No, duels in general. In the last season, he like never duels anyone again.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I think they even made a joke. They even made a joke of like.
Wouldn't
it's
it
like,
suck if this was the last time I ever dueled?
Yeah, and no one responds.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, jeez.
Dude, it's so weird. That last season of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is really interesting. And I like it a lot. But also, barely anyone actually duels, man.
Yeah, because at that point it's just like, yeah, dude, we're here for the lore now.
Yeah, no, we're here to watch the pharaoh be Egyptian. Oh no. So
You know what's funny is
Didn't go
technically the anime
Hmm?
in the first season of like Yu-Gi-Oh, not season 0, is basically now accurate to current Yu-Gi-Oh, because current Yu-Gi-Oh is just basically, oh yes, I'm just gonna play cards whenever. And in the anime they do the exact same shit.
Yeah, it's kind of
I summon my blue eyes white dragon on my first turn. It's like, wait, you can't do that. No, I can't.
no. Look, I jumped through 17 hoops to make this the case.
I chain link and special summon to normal summon to chain link to link
I
chain.
pendulum out my dragon.
Isn't pendulum an actual mechanic?
Yeah, it is. It's when you play your monsters as like spell cards. You play them in the spell card zones, and then they have pendulum abilities. And if two of them match, they like make the ability happen.
So pendulum is basically like adventure for Magic.
Kind of, but it's like it doesn't make any sense, man. Like I tried to learn it so many times, and I was just like, "Oh, this is nonsense."
What I just what I dislike from Yu-Gi-Oh is they come up with like a new term for a card and they immediately break it. Like there's no standardization for cards. It's just like this card has a paragraph because this mechanic is not standard. None of these cards have standard mechanics.
My favorite thing about Yu-Gi-Oh is like you're sitting there and you're watching the card game and you can almost wait and find out. Not find out, sorry, but you can almost like time the moment where your eyes glaze over and you've stopped paying attention. And you're... Ah! I just wanted fish! I was shopping! I just wanted fish! No.
So is the goal of this to just farm?
No, it's last man standing. I'm just being an idiot, because I keep looking for swords. Oh, here are the swords. Okay.
In the middle.
In the middle
Right.
of the ship. I literally went in the opposite direction from the sword so that I could get a fish.
I can't believe I
Okay, I need to
Hello, Gio.
Hey Gia, welcome to Chivalry. We're knights. The thing you
No,
gotta
we're
understand about us is that we're knights, okay?
Aren't we basically the militia? This is very much we're the militia.
I mean, we're something, Kevin. I don't like. Good on you if you find out what, but we're something. My man's fighting me with a cabbage, with a pear. My man's got a pear. My
Do
man.
you see the names of other people, if I may ask?
Oh, someone just killed me, and they're called Lord Reavershank. You see them if they kill you. I'm sure there's like a scoreboard. Yeah. There's
say-
a scoreboard.
It would be funny if you just called yourself Don Quixote. Don Quixote.
Oh, I thought you said donkey hole, and I was just like,
No,
that
no,
is
I
a funny
mispronounced it.
phrase, Kevin, but I don't see the relevance.
No, Don Quixote.
Yeah, but the problem is that some of these maps have windmills, so I'd have to spend my whole time fighting those.
Yeah, and you can.
Yeah, probably. I'll fucking destroy some windmills.
A pair of murderous. I love the heart, dude. I love the heart emote. A pair of murderous hands, more like.
Oh, ooh, a
I
pair of
think-
murderous hands. That's
I
where. That's, yeah. I understand that reference, I think. No one say that, I don't. No, yeah.
I
understand.
think it's because no, Camille. It's because
Dude, what was my name?
your
What's
hands
my
are
name?
in front of you. Your disembodied hands swinging things at people.
What's my name?
That's the joke.
What did you say my name was?
No, Callum.
I believe you called me Camille.
Hey man, in psychology, it is believed that if you name someone incorrectly, it means you love them.
In psychology, fucking what? No.
Also, how do you?
Oh, what? Why did I throw my shield?
Hey, dude, it's who needs defense
Yeah, I'm just taking a swim.
if you have the best offense?
I'm just having a swim. Right
Also,
now.
you guys are getting absolutely trounced.
Yep.
Oh, actually, no, you're winning, right?
The screen just went black for a second. Oh, I went too deep into the water. I phased through the world map, and I was led out again by the sun. We've won 2 rounds. So
No,
far.
you've won 1 round.
No, I'm in the Mason team, and it says 2
Oh.
at the top, yeah.
I kept thinking you were the blue guys.
No, it's because my amazing thumbnail art that Streamlabs just refused to upload. I drew myself as blue, and I drew you as red. That's maybe why you thought that, but no, we're the red team.
Gia would like to make this very clear to Callum. Callum, he attacked you with a pear. Callum, he murdered you with a pear. Callum,
Pear
he
or
used a
what?
pair of hands to murder you. Callum, a pair of murderous hands, more like.
Oh, okay, yeah. I even made the a pair or what joke.
For some reason, I thought you were making a joke about the disembodied hands.
I mean, yeah, that made sense. both of them makes. My man's just got a chop. My man's got a whole lamb shank. Ham.
I don't think you can chop something with a hammer.
I'm not gonna chop anything. I'm gonna hit.
Someone just threw a log of wood.
Okay. Why is everyone faster than me? Why am I bad at this?
Remember, sir, you're holding a hammer, and these people are holding meat.
Ooh, that's cool. Look, Kevin, we're in the netherworld. We're in the shadow realm. Are you gonna, after watching Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series, you've caught up now, so you're finished with it, yeah?
Yeah, I moved to the latest episode, which is like episode 85 or something.
Alright, are you gonna watch the series where Lil Karibo watches Yu-Gi-Oh! GX?
I have considered that. Is it good?
It's very enjoyable, yeah.
I've considered it, but I was like, Okay, I might give it a
Incurcio
try.
thinks that our team is trash.
Is GX is the second season, right?
GX is, yeah, and it is maybe my favorite.
The thing is, I also enjoy GX actually.
Yeah, it's so dumb and I love it. Fuck me, they just cut my head straight off. Why do I play games that I'm bad at?
Because it's funnier that way.
Yeah, why do they have 17 people on their team and we've got like 10? That's a distinct advantage in Last Man Standing.
Because you guys keep dying.
Why do you guys keep getting these like axes and shit?
Sorry. That was Leon, that was no problem for me.
Oh, man.
The meat boys are giving lamb to the slaughter by doll.
What? What? What did you say, Kevin?
It's something what Gia said. That
Oh.
meat boys are giving lamb to the slaughter by doll.
How high
It's a
can my
joke.
camera go?
It's like a pun and a joke, dude.
Hey, it's like poetry. It rhymes.
No, I don't. No, I don't think it rhymes.
No,
I
that's
think
something George Lucas said once.
Callum, I don't think it rhymes. I don't know who this George Lucas person is, but
Is my voice chat on? Because
Yes.
Shaverma Warrior just said we get axes under the tent. Have I like accidentally left my voice chat on?
Match point, Agatha.
I will laugh if you did.
Okay, I have to.
Please tell me you did.
I have to check this.
My man.
Oh no, it's push to talk. It's push to talk. Unless I've been accidentally pushing the voice chat button.
Oh, Callum. Oh, I almost want to ask you to like undo your voice chat and just.
No, dude, cannot.
Don't-
Could never
don't-
be me.
don't- don't-
Could
don't
never
do
be
that.
me. I'm not a voice
What do you mean,
chatter. Do I look
Why
like a
not?
voice boy to you? No.
Yes. You're literally voice boying right now.
Could never be me.
Also,
Oh, someone took the cool shield. Damn it.
I must
Oh,
say,
I'm deserting. XD. Yeah, let's just leave. Let's go to a different place where there isn't a battle happening. You said you must say?
No, sorry. Just gonna sneeze quickly. Okay, we should be good.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, hey,
No,
we
I'm-
won.
I did a bit too hectic at gym today, so I am absolutely sore. And
Point, Agatha.
if I sit in a specific way, it hurts. So that is fun.
Would you say that you're Thor?
Cross this pathetic uprising.
Yes.
Would you say that you are very Thor?
Electric, yes.
Would you say that, like, your favorite day is Thor's Day?
No, my favorite day is Saturday.
Oh. I think that's the day that belongs to... There's, like, a day for every Norse god.
Yeah, because don't they kind of...
I blocked! Ridiculous.
You know what's interesting is
What?
that... Isn't it like the Roman and the Greek religions or like culture were effectively very, very similar?
Well,
Were they right next to
the
each
thing
other?
is that the Romans kind of stole the Greek gods, if I recall correctly. Like, I think they had other gods before that, and then they would just, like, saw the Greek ones and were like, mine. This is mine. I did this. But I'm not 100% on that. But yeah, they are very similar. They just sort of changed the names.
But isn't there also like similarities with the Norse? Okay, let me just see what. Sorry, Gia. It's a reference to a Roald Dahl short story where she murders her husband, and then when the police come to investigate it, she serves them a leg of lib, which turns out to be the husband.
Oh yeah, I've read that one. We had to read that in high school once.
Hey Kevin, as your local medical professional, my professional advice would be not to sit that way.
Oh, is Gia's a doctor, I think, or like studying to be a doctor.
Oh really?
Yeah, if I recall correctly. I'm not very good at like recalling correctly, so don't rely on me. I'm gonna go back to the regular
bless
game.
all the medic students because, yo.
Yeah, no, that's a rough one. That's a rough life y'all chose.
The only thing I remember from a medic, like I had a very short-term friend who happened to be a medic student, and all I remember is them drinking themselves under a table every single weekend.
I don't remember what it was. It might have been like a cartoon or something, but I remember hearing somewhere that medical students consume more pizza than like any other kind of student.
Pizza?
Yeah. Because you get it delivered.
Oh, cause fast food.
Yeah. The desecration of Gallencourt.
Callum, with
Yeah?
regards to the gods, you are correct except for one in that Juno predates Hera. The Greek gods stole the queen of gods from the Romans.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. I do know that that Homer, the ancient Greek poet, I think, wrote something where he stated that, well, I was killed by myself, crazy. He wrote something that the Egyptian gods were the Greek gods in disguise. Because there's a story where a massive like monster almost kills all of the Greek gods, so they flee the country. And the idea is that they go to Egypt. So the reason that the Egyptian gods have like animal heads is that it's the Greek gods disguised themselves as animals when they fled. And then they must have gone to Egypt, and that's why the Egyptian gods exist. And it's totally not just because it's a different culture or anything.
But I feel like there are certain stories that have similarities, don't they?
Yeah,
because they were like kind of all in the same. I wouldn't say region, but they were they were effectively neighbors in a weird
The
sense.
thing you have to understand is that there's a lot of stuff, like a lot of things in the human experience that are just the same. You know? It's not even necessarily that, like, they're in the same region or whatever. It's just that everyone worries about death. Everyone worries about farming and war and fishing and whatever. So, we end up having a lot of gods that do the same thing functionally. Just because that's what humanity is like.
Oh, but I've always found the multi-gods thing interesting. Like, the same way, like, obviously D&D does everything, but also, like, in cultures. Also, Gia, those guys fully said it's over, Callum, we have the high ground.
Oh, I think I just killed one of our teammates. Yeah. No, I did. Okay. Yeah. Polytheism is really cool to me. And it's something that you never really think about, like, as still existing. But of course it still exists, because there's Shintoism and Hinduism, which are all polytheistic. But yeah, I really like the idea.
Hinduism is the biggest polytheism, I believe.
Yeah, it's
then it's Shintoism, right?
Yeah, if Shintoism still exists. I don't know if it's like practiced.
I believe it still exists in Asian countries, but let me check that to not actually, you know.
It is Japanese, if I recall correctly. It's like, you know, the shrines in Japan. That's what the shrines are for.
Yes, so those are Japan is like I think one of the biggest. Yeah, Shinto is Japan's native belief system and predates historical record. The many
Okay.
practices, attitudes, and institutions they have developed to make up Shinto revolve around the Japanese land and seasons and the relationship with the human inhabitants. Yeah, so it's pretty.
Is Shintoism the one with like Amaterasu and Susanoo and everything?
I believe so, yes, because those sound familiar.
Yeah.
If
If anyone who's watching this, if you're interested in mythology and you want to know stuff about it, go and watch Overly Sarcastic Productions. They're like my biggest, not guilty pleasure, but like if I want to chill with some cool mythology stories, they're the channel I go to. It's really well done.
Yeah, Amaterasu, Izanagi, Susanoo, Raijin, Inari Okami, Hachiman, Ibosu, Izanami. There's also a apparently.
Sorry, my man over here just had a Christmas anvil.
Do you know what? Good on him.
Yeah.
It's part of the season, dude.
'Tis the season to be gnarly.
I hope
Tra
he
la la
kills
la la
Raijin.
la la la.
This man is, yeah, die. I was gonna say like, dude, you're not wearing a helmet.
Yeah, no, it's very cool and based to not wear a helmet on the battlefield, but it's also very stupid. The only reason they do it in TV shows and movies is because you pay actors a lot of money to have a certain face, and you don't want to hide that behind some metal.
Yeah, so in Japan, if I remember correctly, the number one belief is then Shinto.
Yeah?
The second belief is Buddhism, and I believe the third one is Christianity.
But Buddhism is a lifestyle. It's not a.
It's still a religion, effectively.
It's not a religion though. It's a belief system, I guess. But it's not like an actual religion. They don't pray to anyone.
Nearly half our relics have been defiled. Stop them.
Oh no, they're defiling our relics. Kevin.
No, it is considered a religion.
Oh, Kevin, they're defiling our relics, and we're talking about Buddhism.
You should make sure the heretics never see the light of day again.
Yeah, fucking take that, pagans.
We'll make
I
sure
don't
that
know-
you're not back.
I don't know
we'll make
what
sure you're
religion-
not back in the reincarnation cycle.
Yeah, just fucking. I'm gonna force you into samsara.
Actually, isn't in Buddhism once you're out of the reincarnation cycle, that's actually the good ending?
Isn't
Because you keep reincarnating until you've learned.
I think
Until you become enlightened.
I think the reincarnation cycle is Hinduism, not Buddhism. Although it might be both.
No, I believe it is Buddhism. Let me just go check.
I think it might be both. Aha, idiot. My microphone touched my beard. That was uncomfortable.
So you are technically right in the sense of Buddhism.
Oh,
may
you
not have
killed
been
me with a turkey.
Buddhism may not have been intended to be a religion.
Yeah?
Because like obviously it's like a specific
It's a belief
lifestyle.
system,
almost.
yeah.
Yeah, belief system. But it is noted as a religion, especially given like I guess it has. I think all religions kind of, in a weird way, have become somewhat perverse over time.
Perverse.
From their, in the sense of they strayed from their original intended purpose.
Yeah, I get you.
Let me check
Oh,
if Buddhism
oof. Oh,
is-
that's not how my neck is supposed to bend. Yeah. Ah. We're defending the church? Kevin. This is this is the most the most thematic conversation we've ever had. We're defending the church right now.
Yeah, so Buddhism is about reincarnation, which is known as the cycle of rebirth is called samsara.
Oh,
So
that's where
it is-
samsara comes from? I thought samsara
Yes.
was Hinduism.
No.
Oh, wow.
Hinduism, okay. Hinduism shares a lot of similarities with Christianity, but I will probably be lynched for saying that.
I don't know how much similarity it shares with Christianity, but
You'd be
like,
surprised.
Hinduism definitely has rebirth in it as a concept. But in both cases, not being reborn is like the best.
Let me just check.
Battle monk? What does that mean?
Yeah, because there are a lot of similarities between the two. They are, quite frankly.
Oh shit, we're battle monks. Kevin, I'm a battle monk. Look at us.
Dude, why are you not using your fists?
Because I've got a big stick. And I know how to use it. Kevin, you have to react to the things I say.
No,
Please.
no, I choose not to.
Kevin. Oh no, now I'm using my fists. Oh boy. Oh, I
Sorry,
died.
I'm busy reading an entire Wikipedia page to see if I'm correct about Buddhism.
We're having a show where we have to talk to people, be entertaining, and you've chosen now to read.
What? What is this? The Atheist Wager? What?
Oh, it's.
Where I feel like I'm going down a rabbit hole.
I feel like there's not a. You could pick any random moment in our like streaming careers where you just ignore me. You just straight up ignore what I say.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just so you know like Pascal's Wager.
Yeah, let's pretend I do. Punch him in the shins, idiot.
Pascal's Wager is basically like an argument that that posits that individuals essentially engage in a life-defying gamble regarding the belief of blah, 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 like regarding God. It's like religious based.
Okay.
And
no.
basically, it's a rationality that a person should adopt a lifestyle consistent with the existence of God, and strive to believe in that God, because if like blah blah blah. However, if God does indeed exist, they stand to gain immeasurably. Oh yeah, Pascal's Wager is basically like, hey, if God exists and you're following the belief of God, like, congrats, you win. And if you don't follow, and if God doesn't exist, you're just leaving positive remarks behind, which is good. And then there's like the opposite wager to that, which is that since a kind loving God would reward good deeds, and that if no God exists, good deeds would still leave a positive legacy. One should live a good life without religion.
Oh, okay. So the idea is that like, if you follow Christian teachings, then you're supposed to be a good person and do good things for people, and you're doing it because you believe God exists and whatever, and you're gonna get judged on it. But even if God doesn't exist, you're still doing good things. So that's
the Pascal's Wager. The Atheist Wager is basically like, hey, if this kind and loving God does exist, then you could still live a positive life with like leaving good deeds behind without religion, because you should still be rewarded for that.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's basically that's the Atheist Wager. It's basically like it's interesting they're both called wagers because they're literally going like bet. It's a gamble.
Yeah.
It's literally
Bet.
like we're gambling on this. We're betting that this is what the afterlife is like.
No, that makes sense. So which wager would you go for?
No, I'd effectively go the Atheist Wager because that's effectively
That
the
even
life
if you
that I would.
even if you don't believe in God, you would still like he would still reward you for it if you live a good life.
If I live a good life and there's good deeds behind it, yes.
Yeah, I think the ultimate moral is that doing good deeds is just a good idea. It's just good. So regardless of whether God does or does not exist, but the other argument is like, if God does exist and you are doing good deeds for the sake of impressing him, then does that count?
I don't think so.
Because, you know, it's like that, you know The Good Place? There's a moment in one of the seasons where they're back on Earth and they're trying to do good deeds to get into the good place, but they find out that the good place exists. And it's like, oh, now all of the points that you earn after this point don't count, because you're aware that there's like a heaven.
For the desecration of Galencourt,
So everything you do is for the sake of going there.
and destroy the heretic's ancient stone.
That. But on that note, it's like a kind of a case of. Here's a weird little thing about humans, or people in general, not so humans, is that people will say like, "Oh, I'm doing it for selfish reason, or I'm doing it to impress God, or whatever." But sometimes people also just kind of do it because to them it just feels right.
Yeah,
Even
I mean,
if it's not to. They'll sometimes use an excuse to say like, "Oh, I'm doing it to, like, improve my life further and further." But sometimes they just do it because they just.
I mean, it's
do it.
altruism, isn't it? Like, does altruism exist?
I think it does.
I don't know,
No-
because, like, when I do something good, I feel good about it. Right? So, it's entirely possible that, like, I'm only doing good things so that I can feel good. But it doesn't, like, diminish the fact that we're stealing pigs. But yeah, it doesn't diminish the fact that I'm doing good things.
Yeah, no, but I do still think it because it's like there are so many things. Like it's like a feeling, right? Like you're doing it to obviously not have guilt or whatever. But sometimes you also just do it because it's like it is of no consequence to you.
Yeah, you do it because there's, like, no downside to doing a good thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. Most good things that you just kind of do on a whim are either a case of there is no downside to doing it, or it is something that you either want to do like to impress someone, or generally there is a reason for you to do it. It's like an actual positive of you getting out of it with effort. It is of no consequence, like it requires little effort on your side. Or it's something like trying to get rid of a guilty conscience, or making sure you don't have a regret over it.
Yeah. But, like, the idea of altruism is that you don't get anything out of it. So you do good things regardless of whether you get anything out of it. And the reason I brought up that, like, the good feeling I get from doing good things is that that's getting something out of it. So
No. But remember that moment where it's like of no consequence to you? Because there are moments where it's like, it doesn't matter to me what option I do. I don't feel bad about not doing the one option. It just helps the one person. It just helps them. That I think it does happen. That pure altruism does happen where you get nothing out of it.
I suppose so.
It doesn't happen as often.
But I suppose the point I'm making isn't like, does it count if it's like you're getting something that isn't physical? So you're not getting like money or a reward, but you are getting like that good feeling. Like, does that count?
I would personally say no, because there is such a thing as you are merely
A vessel for God.
no, you're like, let's say you're giving to charity
Yeah?
merely because you feel guilty, merely out of a sense of shame. That to me is not altruism. That to me is like guilt or pity money.
Okay, but if you're doing it because it feels good, and you get that, like, that feeling of, I've done a good thing.
That to me is just like, it's a good thing. It's a good thing you've done, but it's not pure altruism.
So,
I would
So,
I would
pure
not see it as
altruism
good.
is something that you do offhandedly, where you don't even think about it.
yes.
You just do it.
You just do it.
Alright, I mean, yeah, I understand
It's-
what you're getting at.
Generally, pure altruism would come purely out of there is no consequence to this.
Ah,
There is
okay.
there's nothing to be gained. It's just something offhanded that to you means like it doesn't matter whether it happens or not. But it just happens.
Ah, I see. What
So
is...
there's no feelings. It's like almost an indifference from your side,
Okay.
which does happen, I feel.
I died. Yeah, I get you. So, what is, in your opinion, the best thing to be reincarnated to? If you were trapped in samsara, and you were reincarnated, but you were allowed to like choose, what would you choose to be reincarnated as?
I would probably, my first pick always would most likely be human, to be honest.
Okay, but let's
But
say
let's say human is off the table, right?
yeah, because if you're being reincarnated, you're probably not going to go to the same like level. Human is like, as far as I know, the highest level. So because you can make the most like decisions.
Beyond that, it probably would be a dog. And if possible, I'd like to be one of those rescue dogs, like those snowy rescue dogs.
I would love to be a cat. I don't know how like I don't know if that would give me a good opportunity of being reincarnated as a human. And I'm not under the illusion that all cats have a great life. But I don't know, I look over at my cat.
It's the same with humans, though. Not all humans have a great life, right?
Yeah. But like,
Same with most.
if I could be a house cat, that would rule. Like, I look at my cat, and all he has to do all day is take a nap, and then like someone will come and give him a belly scratch and some food.
No, for me it's I would love to be that snow dog, because I heard like I heard of a story of where I heard it from let me just see what dog breed it is. So you know those not the
Saint Bernards?
Saint Bernards, yeah?
Yeah.
Though, like, you know how they usually are shown to have, like, the whiskey floss and everything?
Yeah. It's because
They're not-
they go rescue people and the whiskey warms you up.
Not actually. They're not actually the rescue dogs.
Oh.
The actual rescue dogs is... Let me go get it. The Newfoundland dog. Yes. So the Newfoundland basically, they're like... Okay, this is what a friend basically told me. What one time happened is... These type of dogs is... They would go out with a helicopter. Let's say there's an avalanche, right? And people are stuck under the snow and the debris.
Yeah.
The helicopter would fly out, maybe over a lake or something to obviously be that. The dog would jump out of the helicopter into the lake, swim towards shore, go into like the snow region, dig out the person, and pull them out into the lake towards the helicopter so the helicopter can pick them up on a stretcher. And then afterwards pick up the dog.
Oh, wild. So you want to like... Kevin,
Yeah?
are you min-maxing reincarnation?
What do you mean?
Do you think if you're going to be one of these rescue dogs, you will eventually be reincarnated as something better because you're doing good things for people?
No, I want to be because I want to have a job.
You want to have a job? You get the opportunity to be an animal. You have no worries, no cares in the world, and you want a job?
Bro, dude.
Fucking indoctrinated. My man is
It's not-
in late stage capitalism forever.
Hey, dude, capitalism catches up to you real fast, dude.
It's like a disease. That's awesome.
It's not even that. It's just my personality is a thing of hello, Lucy. Come here, Lucy.
Ah, Kevin's got a new puppy, by the way.
Oh yeah, but this is not. Oh, you're wet because it's been raining.
That's always the worst thing in the world, is like you forget, like it stopped raining for long enough now that I've kind of forgotten it's happened. Because I, like, unless I go outside and see the result of the rain, it's so easy to forget that it was raining. So my cat will come in and I'll touch it and be like, "Aw, hey Sergio," and he's just wet, and I'm like, what is this? Why are you wet?
It's not even the wet that's problematic. Also, Gio just says, "I told you, darling, I do not dream of labor." Probably a quote of something.
No,
that I
it's
do
just-
not know.
It's because you're in the communist zone, Kevin. You're with the
But-
commies now.
But I will say the issue is I, as a person,
Hmm?
have to do something. Whether that is like something as simple as video games or just going out, I cannot just lie about. I have to do something. I have to run around. And like I'm thinking, you know what? Those rescue dogs in that snow region, which is like a beautiful region, and I get to like effectively pull people out. It's not even for the. It's not even for the min-maxing thing. It's just so like I can be like, bro, how badass is that? Just jumping into a lake, swimming, and being like, yeah, dude, I'm good to go.
That is true. I picked cats because of the nap potential, because I've never once in my life been able to have a nap. If I go to sleep, I'm asleep. That's like an 8-hour. It's either 3 hours and unsatisfying and horrible, or it's 8 hours and unsatisfying and horrible. But cats can just like sit down and they're good. They're like, yeah, I'll have a 3-minute nap right now, and I'll get up and be able to jump up to the roof. Sick. And that's what I want to be able to like do, that cool cat 3 times jumping my body length. That looks awesome. Otherwise, I don't know, like an otter. I'd love to be an otter. Have a nice otter family. Get a favorite rock.
Just swim.
Just chill. Just eat clams.
What? You know what animal would be the worst in my opinion?
What?
Penguins.
Why?
Do you know how awful it would be to walk like that?
Yeah, no, your entire life is in slow motion, but for only you. For no one else. And you have to run away from, like, some of the most dangerous things in the universe. In your universe.
Like, it's this thing of, like, the penguins try to be fast, but it's like, they, like, go like, ah, shit, dude, my anatomy doesn't allow me to get fast.
I got bad legs.
Yeah. Do you know how awful that is? Going like, bro, I wish I could run faster,
Yeah.
but I can't.
God gave me bad legs.
That's why it's like a sloth, it's like fine, because I think a sloth is just like,
What is hitting me? Am I being, like, attacked by wasps?
Yes.
I think I am, actually. Okay, I'm healing just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, gotcha. Gotcha, bitch. Oh, there was someone behind me. It was the wasp known as another soldier. I think, personally, the worst thing to be reincarnated as, especially if you have, like, self-awareness, would be something like a goldfish.
If you are a goldfish in the ocean, I think it's fine.
No, I'm talking goldfish in a bowl.
No, that'd be awful.
Yeah. No, done.
Unless it's a person that actually cares about their fish.
No, even then, like, dude, just the immense boredom. Because everyone's like, oh, but goldfish don't remember anything for more than a few seconds. Incorrect.
Yep.
Goldfish can remember things up to 5 months. So even if you go the first 5 months and then forget everything about your home, which is impossible, like, after a few seconds, your next 5 months look exactly the same. The only blessing of being a goldfish is that life is brief.
Yeah. The thing is, I think fish in general, to be honest.
Yeah,
Unless you're like one of the dominant ones, like dolphins, sharks, whales.
I've said
I
this.
think would just be boring.
I've said this before. People always make the argument to me like, you should become a vegetarian or a vegan because animals are great and you love them and you shouldn't want to hurt them. And I hear that argument and I'm like, yeah, you know what? Like, cows are great and sheep are cute and everything, and I love me a pig. So I kind of get where you're coming from. They are wonderful, and I probably shouldn't want them to be hurt just so I can have a good meal. But also, when it comes to fish, could not care less. There's nothing about fish that endears them to me. There is no way to look at a fish for me and be like, I care enough about you to change my lifestyle.
I never truly understood the idea of like going like, oh, you should become you shouldn't eat meat because you're hurting the animals. It's like, no, the meat that I pick up is dead already. It's been processed by a massive corporation.
But that's the thing, is like buying that meat is supporting that corporation, and they're the ones hurting the animals. So you are by proxy hurting animals.
The thing is, am I? Because
yeah,
remember, there's multiple stages in between. So
yeah,
it's a case of the corporation sells to the supermarkets and the stores first of all, and the restaurants.
But the supermarkets aren't going to sell anything if we don't buy it, basically. So like, if no one buys meat, then there's no reason for them to sell meat. Then the corporations are either gonna have to find a better way to farm it, or do something else, like figure something else out.
Yeah, but at that point, like that would require a massive amount of people to do that in the first place, right?
Yeah, but like that's why they're trying to get the movement started. The big thing for me though is that like, what's cool is that fish and chicken, which are probably my two favorite meats, are the only ones we can farm sustainably. Like, there's big problems with farming cows and everything, because we have to cut down tons of trees to make room for their grazing, and there's the increase in methane gases and everything. There's, like, big problems with it. But the only ones that we can genuinely farm sustainably is chicken and fish. So,
okay, there's one caveat to that I want to add.
Yeah.
As long as we do not do it the American way. With chicken.
No, that's horrendous. Why did I... My man hit me so hard I went into a loading screen.
Yeah, like, you know the American, like, what they do with the American chickens?
Yeah, no, but that's
they are
not,
like the
that's not
size of
purely
big
American,
dogs.
I don't think.
No, it is. They basically draw, like our chickens. You know how big our chickens are, right?
Yeah. Oh, hey, Mr. Hat. Sorry I missed your message earlier. What's up? Yeah. Smacked so hard I had to reboot my existence. True. I was worried that the stream went down for a second. I thought we had lost connection to the internet. Sorry, Kev, you were saying?
No, I was just saying that the chickens in America are the size of like 4 times normal chickens.
Okay, I have a question. 40 player or 64 player?
That is... So wait, 40 or 64?
We've been playing 64 player, but 40 player I think means that there's like more opportunities for you to do stuff, and it's mixed modes.
I think they're 40 then.
Yeah, let's check it out, because I haven't played 40 player yet. Kevin, I can invite party members. Do you want to buy this game and come and jump in?
No. I will.
Fair enough.
I think I'm gonna send you a picture.
That's
and I think this picture is like the perfect... This is a 5.5-week-old chicken that I'm gonna be sending you.
Oh, good.
Oh, wait.
Why do we talk about these things on our supposed to be entertaining show?
Because it is entertaining. Haha, tee-ha.
Haha, tee-hee. Oh no.
Why can't I copy this?
I'm connecting to the server. I love it when games... You know what? I'm not a big fan of multiplayer games, but one of the things I love about them is when they do like holiday events like this, where they just change the loading, the home screen to like be Christmas or Halloween themed. I think it's cute.
I have sent you the picture of the chicken. Please look at it.
Cool.
That is a 5.5-week-old chicken. Both of them.
We live in a hell world.
So, like, it's literally just America, from my understanding, that does this.
It was a like, the British are bad. I think we can all agree. It was maybe a mistake giving the Americans that colony. Because they have not done well with it so far. I'm gonna sit here until Kevin says something to me.
I am sorry, I'm busy reading American chicken lore.
Please, no, don't go deep in the lore of the American chicken.
Yeah, so they're just basically, it's done to a lot of selective breeding, where they're just bred to be, grow very large very quickly, and they have a lot of breast meat because of it.
Ugh. That's gross, man, like...
Can
we talk about something else?
Yeah, welcome to the food industry, dude.
Can we talk about something that isn't the food industry?
The beauty industry, the adult industry.
The adult industry.
Take your poison. The idol industry.
I thought you said the adult industry.
Oh, that's also awful.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, you know, it's so weird to me that it's called the adult industry. Because, like, or the fact that they're called adult films and things, because that's not very descriptive. And I know the point is just, like, people who aren't legally adults aren't allowed to watch them, but also, it doesn't make sense.
What do you mean?
Well, anything is adult content, you know?
No, not necessarily. Cartoons, for instance, that are aimed at children are not adult content. Adults can watch them, but it is not adult-only content.
I suppose. Sorry, I don't know why it's taking so long to connect. I
Is
guess...
it like a
Yeah?
internet issue?
I thought you were gonna say skill issue.
No.
I might have to restart the game. While I'm doing
Just
that...
restarted it. Yeah.
Well, like, just, like, open it and close it. We'll close it and then open it again. While I'm doing that, Kevin, can I pitch you an idea? Can I pitch you a plan?
It depends what the plan is.
Well, it's not a plan, it's more like a fan fiction.
Am I involved
Yeah,
in the fan fiction?
yeah.
Okay, shoot.
If we were in Monster Hunter, judging
Yes.
by our personalities, I think you would absolutely be like the handler who sends me to go and kill monsters so that you can sell them.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Like, I would love to be in the midst of fighting, but there's no way I am the person in the midst of fighting. I do not have the technical know-how nor the skill. I am the guy who's basically like the analyst who's like, alright, yeah, Callum, your monster target is the big bird and the dinosaur. We need these items. You can do these things.
If you bring me the big bird, I will give you a new sword made of his bones.
Yeah. And I'll be like the agent that's going like, it's like someone will be annoying. It's like, no, my client here requires to murder multiple dinosaurs.
Wait, hang on.
Please, do not aggravate him.
Yeah, allow access. Okay.
Don't make me write Monster Hunter X Byte Marx fan fiction. No, do it.
Wait. As long as it's like...
Also,
Okay,
I
as
don't
long
know
as
why,
it's
but
not
the
that
term
kind.
breast meat is wildly off-putting to me.
It's super...
I think I understand why.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's the worst. I would love to read... I would love to get, like, fan submissions of things, to be honest. That's one of the things I'm most excited for when we eventually break big with this channel. Because it will happen. It will happen.
Now that we're talking about it.
Happen.
Okay, I will not be the... Yo.
Hmm?
I think I would be the... I think the first time I'm a handler, I would be the handler in World, who's like, I'm gonna be in the fight, yay! And I'll be like in a complete and utter, like,
Liability.
negative. Yes, liability.
You just, like, you get traumatized, you get PTSD from the first time you see a dinosaur, and you're back
and then
at
over
camp,
time
like...
I'll grow into, like, a proper handler and be like, it's like, I can't do this shit.
Yeah, I imagine everyone in Monster Hunter World has to fight at least a little bit, like, be able to fight a bit. Because it's not like... It's not like the handlers are living in a castle or something. They live in a fortress, but also... The thing is that monsters can come there anytime, you know?
Yeah, she's effectively your quest giver. The handlers are basically like, cool, here's your jobs,
Yeah.
you gotta do this.
So you would be my handler. Emilio, who is the other person in Byte Marx, would almost certainly be like a leader, like a hunting captain or something, because he is almost certainly the most skilled at fighting out of all of us. If Miles is technically a part of the Byte Marx universe, I guess, the Byte Marx cinematic universe, so he could be like also a foreign agent, maybe. He works at like a different outpost.
Oh, like a mercenary.
No, you know how in Monster Hunter World you get like the main outpost, and then you unlock the new map? where you're at like the jellyfish place where it's like a deep basin forest and there's a new
Or
camp
like
there.
a different operation, because they're like known as ships. Like especially in Monster Hunter World, it's like ship 1, ship 2, ship 3.
Yeah, so there's like the main operation, which is where we would work, and then Miles would work at like a separate operation, which is the largely unemployed channel that is much larger and hunts much stronger monsters. But we're like calling ourselves the main ship. Regardless of how true it is. Okay, what was Gia saying?
She just said, "Don't make me." Yeah, there was the fan fiction, and then obviously the off-putting breast meat.
Oh yeah, but I would love to read like fan fiction from our audience. Or see fan art, like I was saying. The thing I'm most excited about for when this channel gets really big is to see fan art and stuff. Kevin, do you think they're gonna do fan art of you based on your voice?
I hope, bro. I hope it's uglier than what it looked like. That'd be great. That'd be nice.
Nah,
actually,
dude.
would it?
Yeah,
Would it?
there's no way to like. Well, they're gonna draw you in whatever style they draw in, so it might not look exactly.
Actually, let me
aesthetic.
change that. I hope it looks better than what I currently look like. That means my voice actually sounds good.
You got a good voice, dude, and you have a good face. You're good on multiple fronts. I'm really keen to be stylized, like to be like Persona 5 menu screen level stylized.
Draw me as like a Funko Pop.
Yeah, I want people to get weird with it.
Draw me like a Funko Pop, dude.
Can I pick up that guy's leg as a weapon? If I hide here for long enough, they will say that I was a part of the war, and I won't die. It's... This guy's just chilling, man. I love this skeleton. This is my favorite skeleton so far. He's just hanging
vibing.
out. Yeah.
Actually, the guy on the right as well, he's like, oh yeah, dude.
All three of these people were like, haha, we don't die unnecessarily in the war. We can just chill now.
I hope they didn't die of starvation. That'd be awful.
You know what I
Yeah,
suggest, Kevin? Don't think about it. Haha, idiot. Oh god, he's got a shield. He's actually quite big and strong. It is I who is the idiot, as it turns out. Oh, I got him. Oh, he got me. I was close, though. He was getting bloody. So,
Played it. I was hoping you would win that.
Kevin, judging by my personality, vibe, demeanor, and voice and sex appeal, what weapon do you think I'd use in Monster Hunter?
What weapon?
Like if I was
like
a person in
a
that
halberd.
word. In
Is that-
Is that a Monster Hunter weapon?
Okay, a monster. Okay, I was thinking a lancer or like a gun lancer. I feel like you would be a gun lancer.
I have legit never used the gun lance before in any of the games, but I kind of see where you're coming from.
It's like you are someone that wants to be in the fight, but you also want distance.
Like I
So you
I
want
know
that middle ground.
I'm squishy and made of meat.
Yeah, it's like you want to be in the midst of the fight, but it's like you also want to be tactical about it. So you'd be like a lancer or a weapon that has reach, like the axe, like that
Like
can
the
have a
switch
longer
axe.
reach. Yeah, the switch axe.
I can
That's-
see the switch axe.
I don't think you would be you wouldn't be a great sword. You wouldn't be a sword and shield. Maybe sword and shield if the need arises, but I think your main would be the lance, gun lance, or the switch axe.
My idea for the next week's Monster Hunter stream was to
Or Gia, traditionally faceless voices on streams are drawn as personified objects. So Kevin, which sentient object would you most like to be as a companion on adventures? And additionally, Gia just says insect glaive.
you know.
I could see it. I forgot about the insect glaive. Yeah,
You
I
know?
like halberd glaive was what I was thinking at first.
Yeah, I was thinking, Kevin, if you were a hunter, then you would probably use a bow or like a long-range weapon, like
Yeah.
a heavy bow gun or something.
Yeah, I was literally thinking like my favorite weapon is forget what it's called, but it's not the Switch X, but it's the other one.
Oh, the
Charge Blade.
Yeah, I can see you as Charge Blade. You strike me as very tactical. Like, 100% if you were a Magic the Gathering color, or if you were a wizard that was mono-colored in Magic, you would be blue. For sure.
Also, a faceless, like, what object would I be?
I think it depends on what we would be, like, streaming or talking about. So if we're streaming this, then maybe you would be my sword or something.
I was, like, thinking, okay, let me think. What would I be?
Well, like Gia said, because I have a camera, I would be, people would just draw my face. But you would be something else. So maybe you'd be like a helmet, like a talking helmet.
If I could be an animal or creature, I'd be a mouse, like a yellow mouse hiding in your pocket.
Like Pikachu? You would be
no,
Pikachu?
but like a mouse, the size of a mouse, but it's like yellow or purple or green, like a weird little color.
Gotcha.
Basically.
Pichu is better than Pikachu.
If I was an object, yeah, I'd probably be like a shield or a sword.
Or like an amulet. Like a talking amulet.
Yes, actually a talking amulet. Maybe an amulet that can even float and just be like, bro, what the hell is it? Yeah, Ratata.
You know what I'm thinking? You know what I'm thinking is like, you know the mirror from oh, it's not Cinderella. It's Sleeping Beauty, I think. Where the witch is like, mirror, mirror on the wall, and then that face appears. That's you.
And I'd be like
you're in my amulet.
I don't know. Beauty standards are subjective on the person.
The thing about Samsara is,
like, a lot of people would find you beautiful.
Like I ask you like, hey, am I pretty? And you're like, the thing you have to understand about reincarnation is that God is coming for all of us.
I would be the mirror on the wall who's just like, hey man, there are no objective answers. There's only subjective bullshit, and I'm gonna bullshit my way through this conversation right now.
Kevin's my fucking palico. You're one of the cat people.
All I would say is that
Only 5 Agathians remain.
if also the Shrek mirror. Yeah, Gia mentioned the Shrek mirror. I would say if I was able to talk and I was like your companion, a lot of the time I was like, Callum, hit him on the left! No, Callum! No! You're on the left!
Hey, listen. Fucking Navi over here. Hey, look, listen. Oh, why did I... Oh, because we lost. You lose your weapons if you lose.
I would do what the... You know, like, you've watched Invincible, right?
Yeah.
You've seen the clip of, where he does that clip is like, what do you think you're doing, Mark? Look what you've made me do! And
think, Mark!
Think!
What will you have after 500 years? You, Dad. And it's just like, nah. Leaves. I'm gonna go fuck a bug.
Spoilers, dude, spoilers.
Oh, sorry. Spoilers.
But I would probably be that thing where I'm just like, Callum, come on, you have to min-max your comment. Callum, come on, get up.
Go for the leg. Go for the leg.
The question, imagine in a fight. Imagine in a fight. It's like both you and your opponent can hear me, and I'm screaming like go for his leg, and your opponent's like, what the fuck's going on?
Going back to the fucking Monster Hunter thing, like I'm sneaking up on a monster, and you're like, go for a head, go for the head, and it wakes up, and there's just like you, the palico on my shoulder. You don't fight, you don't heal. You're just sitting there like, he's weak to fire.
Why aren't you getting up?
Use fire.
Oh, come on.
Bibba Bobba. Schizophrenia owner.
I would wake up the monster and I would somehow blame it on you.
Why weren't you quiet, dude? I'm just
Callum, come on! He was asleep. You should have gone on him. You took too long.
I'm fucking like lying in the branches. Both of my legs are broken. I'm just like, yeah, my bad. How do you feel about Hammer, for me? I mean, I think Emilio absolutely would be Sword and Shield, or Long Sword, or, I don't know, because Emilio has a sort of a surprisingly large amount of weaponry that he's competent at. So, but my gut goes like longsword or something, because he's mainly a sword guy. But what are you thinking about, like, for me, hammer?
The thing is, hammer's too close. The thing is, it's like a case of I would see you more as like a super specialized person who has like 1 to 3 weapons that you're like incredible at, and they're all like the insect glaive.
Well, you know what? Let's
and then
let's talk about the ones that it's not. So,
and then what I would say
daggers.
is, you would have missions where you're like, okay, cool. I need to go with weapons I'm not used to, even though like you might be good at them. But you're not great at them.
I'm that character in the anime that isn't a main character, is brought up like once, and then just does some crazy shit, and everyone's like, "Whoa, I'm gonna beat him one day." Like I'm the person the main character sees doing some bizarre shit, and then he's just like, "Yeah, that's gonna be me."
You're basically like the first like power like roof of like the anime, where it's just like, holy shit, he's so strong. But then
and then they meet Emilio, who uses like just longsword or just sword and shield. Like Emilio uses like 5 weapons that he's competent at, and he's just like, but I've trained greatly with all of them. I'm not challenging myself.
You're the Megami. You're the Megami from Jujutsu no Kaisen, and Emilio would be a Gojo.
Yeah. No. Oh, absolutely, 100%. Yeah, I think you're probably right. I think the interesting thing about you is that you would be like you would actually be so good at fighting. So your character is like, I was a hunter and I was good at it, but I'm better at strategizing. So
yeah.
No one wants me to be in the field because they need me to like research and come up with the plans and stuff. You would absolutely be someone who also studies the monsters. Like you wouldn't necessarily
like make the potions, make the poisons and everything, and be like, yo, we gotta hit him with some of this shit.
Like, I don't think you would be the person necessarily who dissects them or whatever.
No,
but you would like visit the people who dissect them all the time, and you'd be like, how can we use this?
Yes. So basically, I would not be the research person. I would not be the smithing person. I would basically be like, hey, you guys have this knowledge, give it to me.
Yeah,
okay,
and
how do
I
we
can
min-max
use it.
this? Yes. I would basically take it from like an engineering standpoint of like how to weaponize this knowledge.
Gio, who do you want to be in our magical Monster Hunter fanfic? And you too, Mr. Hat, if you're still there. You know what, maybe, like, all the talk about... Gia talks about fanfic a lot. Maybe Gia's, like, chronicling it.
What?
Like, Gia makes the maps and writes the accounts and everything.
Oh, cartographers.
Like, a cartographer, but, like, general chronicler. So,
chef.
if information...
She's saying chef.
Oh, actually, yeah, I can kind of see that. But, like, I was thinking... If it, like, any information needs to be written down, then Gia does it. Why am I fighting this man with a knife? My guy,
Bro,
I just blocked you. You've got a fucking, like, warhammer, and I blocked you with a knife, dog. Parry this, you fucking casual. What?
I love it. Parry this, you casual.
I've never...
Bro, that's so cool, dude. Imagine just killing people with a dagger, just being ting 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 ting.
Ting 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 ting. I love the idea of you sitting, like, at the beginning of the base, and, like, some newbie comes up and he's like, huh, you're just a handler, whatever. And you're like, oh yeah? And you pick up a bow gun because a monster got too close, and you just, like, shoot it out of the sky.
I would immediately, after killing it, I would just throw you the bow gun and be like, learn that.
Come to me when you can fucking split the bolt on a fly from 50 meters away.
God.
And you just, like, throw the bug to Gia, and she slaps it on a grill. And then someone, like, Mr. Hat's in the background is like, well, you guys are so weird.
Oh.
I imagine everyone in the Monster Hunter universe is insane. Is like an insane person.
No, there are normal people. Like you need enough like people that are kind of just do administrative work or just like literally manage
But it's
the place.
it's the difference between like doing administrative work and being a person who works in an office and doing administrative work in a volcano.
Because imagine, it's more like payment probably, right? It's, if I had to imagine, it's either like the amount of pay you get from this.
I would have thought it was a renown thing. Like, you're the person who, you know, chronicled the expedition to the New World. That's insane.
I definitely think it, to a degree it is, but I still think there's like money and connections and stuff that you can get out of it.
There's almost certainly money, yeah.
I also imagine it like it to be like almost a seasonal thing. Like, you know how fishermen would go like for 6 months they would go sail for crabs, like they would fetch crabs, and the other 6 months they would do nothing because you couldn't get crabs in that season. That's kind of what I imagine is like Monster Hunters. Like for 6 months they're out in this place and then they bugger off.
Yeah, and then maybe
back.
they get like a relief crew in.
Yeah, or maybe it's like a year or 2 year thing, and then they bugger off to the next thing.
I also imagine like if you agree to like help, then you maybe get like first dibs on resources.
I definitely think so. Like either resources or compensation.
Yeah, so it must be huge. Like, it's got to be a huge opportunity. It's basically America being discovered for the first time. Because say what you want about America as a country, in terms of just natural resources, it's crazy. It is full of them. It's like South Africa. Like, the reason people kept colonizing this place is because we are just chock-a-block with natural resources.
Is it South Africa has more resources? Because that's kind of like how we're managing to still stay relevant.
Oh yeah, we're just there is an enormous amount of minerals in our country.
Even gold still, because like
Yeah.
the entirety, like everything beneath Joburg is just massive. It's just people can't continue mining because Joburg would collapse then.
Yeah. Also, diamonds and precious gems and things like that.
Is diamonds actually useful?
Yeah, I mean they're pretty useful because you correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you can use them as a good. Well, Kevin, I don't know. I'm not sure.
It's like you were thinking, it's like they should be used.
I was about to say something, and then I was like, that's so stupid. Why would we use diamonds for that? They're so rare and so valuable.
Oh, actually, also another thing: community service and indentured servitude regarding like probably the Monster Hunter thing of why some people are there.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
Unless this is talks with America and South Africa, which you know,
oh yeah,
also a thing.
fair enough. Either or, but like. I do imagine some people got sent to the New World because it was a good way to redeem themselves, or like because they needed extra manpower, so they were just like, "Hey, you'll be forgiven if you go there and survive."
Oh, here we go. Very small diamond particles are embedded into saw blades, drill bits, and grinding wheels to increase their ability to cut tough materials. Diamond powder made into diamond paste is used for polishing or for very fine grinding, and then diamonds are also used to cut and polish other diamonds and jewelry.
Oh, yeah, so the diamonds do have a use. It's largely diamond related. Or
Largely
grinding.
diamond related or grinding, drilling related, which
Yeah.
is kind of like very niche given its price point.
Also, you can cut diamonds with water. They use like high pressurized water cutters to actually cut the diamond.
Yeah, diamonds are super useful because we can use them for precision cutting implements. They aren't actually rare though, they just got hurt and an artificial scarcity created to inflate the market. That, and also, they were marketed as simply as like, oh, you can't, if you love your partner so much, you should spend a month's salary or 2.
2 months salary.
2 months salary to buy her a ring.
It
Because
has to be diamond.
it has to be diamond, cause like how else are you gonna show that you love her?
Yeah.
You're nuts. You're nuts.
You're a nut. I've already used my healing for this character, so now
Yeah.
every time I try and heal, he's just like, "You're a nut."
Oh, Mr. Head also says diamond tools are used in cutting glass. It's
Oh.
probably very fine grinding, if I had to guess, or very
That's
fine cutting.
cool. That's pretty.
Diamonds
cool.
are useful, but they're not. They're bountiful.
Yeah, they're not like overly useful. We don't like use diamonds to refract light, like I thought briefly. That's what I was gonna say. Is like we use them in lasers, Kevin, to refract light.
Yeah, they're decently useful. It's just a case of like that we have so many of them.
Yeah.
And there is like what it's effectively it's just one company in the world, or one or two companies that basically have complete control over the diamond.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you, regardless of whether you're right, because you're my friend, and that's what friends do.
No. Friends tell you the truth.
Oh, well, I'm a bad friend.
Well, no. you told me the truth.
I'm a friend. I'm a friend.
Did you get sniped?
No, I respawned as a cavalry.
No, earlier before you were respawned as a cavalry.
No, you just die
Oh.
because you have to respawn. Hell yeah!
The horse is so cool.
Yeah. Fucking, I'm stuck on some rocks. Oh no! Oh, they're killing my horse. For real, for real. The only thing that can kill a man on a horse is a man on a different horse. Or that, or not. Turns out you can kill a man on a horse by throwing a knife into his throat as well. Also. Hell yeah. Got him. I'm still, my jousting thing is broken. Hell yeah. Oh, whoops. Whoops, sorry, guy. Sorry, dog. I done hit you. Oh, that's a lot of fire. I got thrown off my horse. What the fuck just happened, Kevin? There was so much.
Bro, I don't know.
I was just like running around for a while, just like, yup. This is correct. Holy shit. They have ballistas, and someone just like got pinned to the earth in front of me.
Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to organize something.
What?
Because one of my coworkers wanted to join for D&D,
Yeah?
and I need to still organize that with everyone. And it has been kind of a schlep organizing like a one-shot.
Yeah, I can imagine. I told you I went out last night. One of the people I was talking to is a friend I made like first to second year of university. So a while back. They also play D&D now. Like D&D is everywhere, dude. It's really cool.
I think it's just a case of as well,
Chicken. Yeah?
I think COVID has kind of
Oh.
also helped with that, as messed up as that sounds, because people are like, we don't have to be in group, we don't have to meet up to do D&D.
Yeah. They came up with a lot of ways to do D&D remotely. But also, okay, that's a woman. This is the first time I've seen someone with a female character model. They do exist though, you can use them. Just no one seems to, because no one really seems to care what their character models look like beyond armor design. Yeah, so we were saying that there's a lot of ways now to do D&D remotely, but also it was a great way of just like escaping into fantasy for a while.
I think it's also, we're at the stage of our lives where everyone's kind of going like, everything's kind of...
Yeah, I need an
messed
escape
up.
every now and again, but also I think it's that fantasy in general has become a lot more sort of accepted as something you're allowed to enjoy. Like it's not as gate kept anymore. Like people can just sort of be into it.
Yeah, I think there's that initial barrier that exists where like gatekeeping is still very much a big thing. But then once there's enough people that just kind of break through the gates themselves, you can't really gatekeep anymore.
Yeah, it's
Because the
just-
gates are broken now.
I mean, there's still definitely gatekeeping, but now the gatekeeping is with like deep lore. It's like people.
Yeah,
who,
they
who-
basically put up another gate deeper in like the castle. Effectively, I'm making like a castle analogy.
Yeah.
But it's like the main gate, the big gate, that's destroyed, and they're trying, like people who tried to gatekeep, it's like, bro, I'm just gonna walk around you and just get in.
Yeah, it's like people can get into Lord of the Rings and enjoy it and everything, but not everyone's gonna know who Ungoliant is. And people will still gatekeep about that kind of stuff.
Also,
Yeah?
yeah, sorry, continue. Apologies.
If you want to know who Ungoliant is, just for fun trivia or whatever, that's Shelob's mother. Ungoliant was not created, she just sort of existed, and then came into existence permanently. You were
Wait a
saying?
minute. Yes. No, Mr. Ad was just not to switch topics or inflate my ego, but you guys want to look at my dragon cards you left off at Murdiff. What is IRC? I forget what it is. I'm Googling
I'm not
it.
sure. Yeah, please do. I also don't know what IRC is.
If I remember correctly, there we go.
Oh, it's more... Mr. Hat, you made more Dragon Age cards?
Yeah, we left off in Murdiff. There was the Corypheus Planeswalker,
Oh.
which was... Oh, this one's kind of nice. It's based on wizards and knights. Makes sense.
Do you want to read it out?
+1, target wizard you control. It's a 5-mana card, red, black.
Mm-hmm.
Target wizard you control gains indestructible until end of turn. It then fights up to 1 creature and opponent controls. +1, target knight you control gains +2/+2, first strike and trample until end of turn.
Cool.
-3, gain control of target creature and opponent control. It becomes your choice of either wizard or knight in addition to its other types. And -8, you gain an emblem with all non-land permanents you don't control lose all their abilities.
Emblems.
That's really strong. That -3 and that -8, really good.
Yeah, I am not a big fan of emblems in general.
I like them.
I like them when I have them, but they're very strong. Just like a constant permanent effect, because you can't interact with emblems. So it's a constant permanent effect. It's so strong as a concept. It's like Eminence as an ability, you know?
Oh, this is interesting. Archdemon Urfamil. Sorry.
I'm Kevin, and I don't listen to Callum when he says things.
Flying Trample, when he enters the battlefield, amass Darkstorm 3. If Archdemon Urfamil die, instead put it on top of your library. But it has an interesting ability which is 4, so if you pay 4 mana, pay 1 life, tap 4 creatures you control, transform Archdemon Urfamil. This ability can only be activated by an opponent. He transforms into a 0/1 citizen, which is Kieran.
Ah. I don't know enough about Dragon Age to tell you if these are good. I'm afraid.
Flavor and lore-wise, they're very good.
Oh, cool. Yeah, Kevin's the one you want to impress with this. Like,
The only
Dragon
thing
Age
I'm thinking,
meister.
4 mana, tap 4 creatures. I feel like that's easy. I feel like the life, pay X life,
Yeah.
that could maybe go up to maybe even like pay 8 life or something.
It is difficult to design these kinds of cards because sometimes you don't realize how strong they are. But as someone pointed out in the from the recent Zelda video I just did, Zelda is really strong. Because I was trying to go for a Tuvasa the Sunlit effect.
Was it the ancient enchantment thing? The enchantment where every time an enchantment gets played, she just does things.
No, every time an enchantment gets played, you draw a card and gain a life, and then she has like 2 more abilities.
Yeah, no, it's very strong.
It's crazy strong, and she costs 2, and she's a 2/2.
Yeah, and she's legendary, so you can make a commander out of her immediately. Which
Yeah.
is very good.
Strongest card I've ever made in my entire life, but yeah, that's the thing. Like, I didn't realize how strong it was because I thought it was just basically the same as Tuvasa, and I forget that Tuvasa only triggers once a turn, the card draw.
Oh, this card I really like.
Yeah.
Okay, so it costs 5 mana, but it's 2 red, 2 black, and 1 blue. There's no colorless. It's Pride Demon. It's a normal creature. It's a 5/6. It has trample. But here's what's interesting about it. If you pay red and discard a card, he deals 3 damage to any target. If you pay 2 black and discard a card, target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. But this effect is what I really love. 3 blue, discard a card, counter target spell, triggered ability, or activated ability.
That is very similar to Wizard of the Hidden Circle, I think its name is, where you can discard a card, or no, you exile a sorcery or instant from your graveyard and pay 3, and you can counter an ability or a spell. It's really interesting. I love that kind of shit.
But this to me is really good because it also has the discard mechanic in it.
Yeah,
so you can basically just play.
up.
It's a reanimator as well.
Yeah.
You can play reanimator with this.
That's awesome. Man, Mr. Hat, you've been doing some really good work with these. I hope you're proud of yourself. That sounds.
Lady Morgan.
That always, saying that always sounds like so aggressive. I hope you're proud of yourself.
Oh, this is a very strong card right here. I'll tell you. Lady Morgan, Arcane Advisor. She's 3 mana. She's like, it's a 2 is blue black. So it's like you can pay either and 1 generic.
Yeah.
Instant and sorceries you cost 1 less to cost. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, you may pay 2 life. If you do, draw a card.
Ooh, that's really strong. And she's, what's her color identity again?
Blue black.
Okay. Well, at least, I mean, I don't think there's a ton of ways in blue and black to gain life. So it does have the upper limit of, like, you can only do it 40 times.
If this had like red or even white in it, it would be
would be insane.
It would be crazy strong.
Yeah.
Because red has all that artifact synergy and white has that life gain. But I think even with the life loss, it's like
But blue also has a ton of artifact synergy.
that is true. That is true.
So it's still kind of strong.
I really like the old Spell Rape card, so it just puts 3 calls on Pride Demon. Okay.
You know what? I am. So I have to do a short. I've told you about this, right, Kev? I forgot that Zelda has the ability to see the future, so I have to make another card. Well, I've made another card for her.
It depends on the Zelda though, because not all Zeldas can see the
Ocarina
future.
specifically.
Yeah, she can.
Yeah.
She can.
But so I've made another card, specifically to give her that like prophecy ability, and I have to make a short now because I can't make a full video about this, so I have to make a short for that card, and it's kind of reminded me how much trouble I'm going to have with Ganon, because Ganon is either going to be insanely strong or just so hard to balance.
I think with Ganon you could probably go Grixis, to be honest.
Oh, I'm going Grixis and Jund.
Yeah, makes sense.
So, I forget the name of it. The 4-color combination. It's like Ink Treader was Link, so that's all colors except black. Witchmore was Zelda, so that's all colors except red. And I guess I'm gonna find out eventually what all colors except for white is. I think it's probably it's gonna be something like Darkmoor or something, or like Blood Soul or some shit like that.
I think you could also otherwise make a version based off the Breath of the Wild version, not the Breath of the Wild version, Tears of the Kingdom version.
I chose Ocarina specifically because all of the characters transform in Ocarina, so I have to keep it the same.
Yeah, no, I figured as much.
But yeah, the plan is to do Ganon next, and then I have no idea what I'm gonna do after that. I have a bunch of ideas. I just don't know which to go with. And that's Magic. That's the Magic update. Magic content update. But we've been going for an hour and a half, Kev. Don't you know?
Yeah, no, I've noticed.
Desecration of
So I think let's. I hate when it does this. Let's maybe call it here.
Okay.
I think we're.
Oh, before we end,
Yeah.
Mr. Ed was just asking thoughts on the architect. Let me just go check that
On
one.
the
Okay.
architect.
Yeah, there is a creature or a humanoid, I guess you can describe him as. He's effectively a darkspawn that has effectively gained sentience.
Ooh.
He has basically broken out of the cycle from. So the way darkspawns kind of work is there is a song that is generally played by the archdemons, which is
it's
the
like
dragons.
a hive mind.
They're a hive mind, yes.
Okay.
And he effectively broke out of the hive mind. I forget what the reason was specifically. I know he was trying to get other. So what he was trying to do as well is he tried to get other darkspawns out of that cycle as well.
Hmm?
He effectively got warden blood and figured out the reverse ritual of how to become a warden to effectively try and do that on darkspawn to reverse them. And what he ended up with was kind of something worse, because now these darkspawns are tribalistic, and you have this brood mother, effectively things that spawn darkspawns, that kind of just start going insane because it now has sentience, and it goes like, it's realizing like what the hell's going on. And it's like, no, I want to go back to the cycle. I want to go back. This is awful. I don't want this. This is awful.
Okay. What do you think about the card?
Yes, let me see. It's a planeswalker, legendary planeswalker. It is white, black, 2 generic. Target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Okay. So it could be nice for life gain. Create a -2 create a legendary black 2/3 darkspawn warrior creature token named the Withered with.
Let me get
with
the.
cowards can't block what?
Let me get the screen, because then the people at home can see it.
With cowards can't block warriors, this creature attacks each turn if able to. Cowards.
I imagine, because if you look at the next picture, the token is. See, the thing is here. If you want them to be this thing where they can't block warriors,
They are warriors. They are.
Oh wait.
But I don't get the
I
coward
misunderstood.
thing.
I misunderstood. Because you get a cowards can't block warriors.
Target
This
a creature an opponent controls becomes a coward. Okay, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
basically
okay,
it's a specific creature type that he does. Okay.
Yeah.
And -6, you get an emblem with.
It's like
whenever
slime
creature...
tokens or whatever. Like you put a coward token on them.
Okay, and then -6, you get an emblem with whenever creature with power or toughness 3 or less enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life and each opponent loses 2 life. Okay, so
That's kind of strong.
that emblem is really strong, and you can
Yeah.
immediately bust that out because it's enter the battlefield.
Yeah.
So
And
very,
this
very
is
strong.
in Orzhov,
which
which is really good at tokens.
Yeah, and there's that token commander, Kesa, right? Kesa?
Kessa, yeah.
Yeah.
Kessa
Just put her-
Tarlov or something.
Yeah, and she's all about life gain and about minus life, so very strong in there.
Hmm.
It is a bit interesting with the Withered part. Target creature an opponent controls becomes a coward until end of turn 1. Each turn. I guess this is also kind of like a mini Voltron almost.
What do you mean a mini Voltron?
Because you can always make sure that he can always attack, and you can just put your stuff on
Well,
him.
no, I imagine... But that's not going to work. Because you can only select one creature.
Yeah, but if
turn
you have
to be a
enough
power.
mana. No.
Oh, because you
can
pay
select
one?
multiple.
Okay.
You pay 1.
So if you I was about to say if you have oh, its name is like
Coward is old creature type. What?
Coward is old creature type? Oh, wild.
Coward.
Maybe it just fell out of usage.
Probably. Coward creature type. It is. It straight up is.
All right, Kevin, we're going to close out after this one last question. Mr. Hat asks, what do you think of the flavor, specifically you, Kevin, what do you think of the flavor of having characters that have crossed the Fade as being planeswalkers?
I think that makes sense. Because the Fade is perhaps the one thing we don't truly understand. And it's also given the Fade is effectively pure magic, effectively, it would very much make sense that, or even what could have happened is a planeswalked into the Fade, or in the Dragon Age universe, and because people will like spirits and spirits and demons will immediately notice that, so they immediately go, "Huh, sick."
An omnipotent god being has entered my realm. Fucking rad.
No, because they'd see that, and they'd either see if they can replicate that, because that's all. Like Dragon Age is all about research and figuring out like what actually everything is. Basically, like our normal world as well.
Yeah.
And people would like, especially the Divinters, they'd be like, he's able to cross dimensions or do the space-time magic. We want to do that, so let's figure out how he does it.
I see. Well, thank you for watching. It's been a...
It has...
Yeah?
No, it's been enjoyable.
You were saying?
No, I was just gonna say it wasn't enjoyable. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh, it's fine. It's not like you haven't done it a million times by now. Thank you for watching and listening to Kevin interrupt me almost ritualistically at this point.
As always.
Yeah, I appreciate you being here. I don't know what the deal with Thursday is going to be. I think Emilio is back by Thursday. But I don't know if that means a stream. If he's not back... I don't know if we should stream then on Thursday if he's not back. Because frankly, kind of no one watches when I stream on my own. We'll see. I might feel like it. Whatever. But that'll be the next thing you see from us. Emilio and I are also recording a whole bunch of content that we're gonna put out in the future, so keep an eye out for that, and I'm gonna be making that short. The next Zelda video is Ganon. I don't know how long that's gonna take. This last one took like a month. Otherwise, you can catch me and Kevin next week when we play Monster Hunter. And then after that, I don't know, maybe we'll figure something out. I think gameplay challenges are the way for us to go, though.
Yeah, I think that's perhaps the most interesting.
Yeah, because then we don't have to focus on, like, story or whatever, which we're not good at. Okay, thank you for being here, Kev.
Thank you for having me.
Say goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Have a good evening. Stay safe. Stay magical. Stay watching. And stay good. Bye. I think I made that joke last week.